No one ugly allowed. Are you ready? Here we go. Fashion is the art. Designers are the gods. Models play the part of angels in the dark. Which one of you would ever dare to go against? That beauty is a trade and everyone is paid. Fashionista. How do you look? Fashionista. How do you look?
She's got it all. A symbol of excellence. She's got it all. She's got it all. All the elements. A symbol of excellence. Shining, she is so flawless. Incredible illusionist. Miss Gay America. Miss Gay America. The best of the best. She is beauty, she is grace. Perfect in every way. Miss Gay America. She's got it all. She's got it all. All the elements, a symbol of excellence. Shining, she is so flawless. Incredible illusionist. Miss Gay America. Miss Gay America. The best of the best. She is beauty, she is grace. Perfect in every way. Miss Gay America.
Good evening out there in Facebook land. Happy Thursday. It is September. It is my birthday month. So get excited, get ready, get in the gig of celebrating all month with me, Miss Morgan, your reigning Miss Gay Delaware America 2024. I'm excited for what's in store for everyone in the Miss Gay America land, as far as pageants and everything's just getting wild and fun and exciting for the end of the year. So definitely check out your calendars and definitely tune in to all the different episodes to get the scoop on what's coming up and when. But thank you for joining tonight, because tonight is a special edition of Let's Get Down to Excellence with me, Miss Morgan, because I have the Miss Gay America Femme 2025 here with me tonight. And I'm so excited because we are going to get down to everything. So if you're just joining us for the first time, I always like to give a shout out reminder. Please hit that share button. The more people we bring in, the more fall in love with the Miss Gay America system that we all know and love, that I love so much. But speaking of people that I love so much, I'm not even going to give any more introductions, any more info. I want you all to put your hands together, get in the giggy, because I have Miss Gay America Femme 2025, Miss Naomi St. James. Hello, Angel. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you, love?
I'm doing great. You are looking absolutely amazing this evening.
It's good lighting.
Is that all it is?
It's
Then
good lighting.
I need to do better. I'm in my kitchen with the rays of sun hitting.
Oh no, honey, you have to have the light from the back hit you. That's how I do it. So I got a ring lights and everything's dark behind me. So I just, find the light.
Do you dim all the lights purposely for that?
Oh yes, absolutely. Even when I do my makeup, I paint in the dark and just have a little light around my face.
Oh, that is smart, because
Yeah.
it just amplifies exactly what the light is shining on.
1,000%. Yeah.
This beautiful being that I see before me. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. It is an honor. It's a pleasure. I'm so excited to just kiki with you and just chit chat. So,
Well, thank you for doing this, and thank you for, being excellent.
well, I try here and there, on my daily. I the excellence and wear my hair down for you today. just
I
because
loved your hair down. It looks so good.
I was feeling you are going to look absolutely stunning. You could never not look stunning, but I was like, I need to step my game up a little bit for my girl. So
Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate you. The effort.
So thank you. So it's been, I think we're at your halfway point, right? For your
Yeah, almost half. Well, 11 prelims, five 5 down, 6 to go. So
You're,
we're there.
you're doing it, and
We're there.
you're doing an amazing job. I love seeing all that you're putting out on your social media and the things that you're doing with all the contestants. I think so. Then right now you have 10 contestants.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 contestants,
10
correct.
contestants that are qualified.
I'm not a mathematician, so do not ask me to count anything.
Listen, it's okay. I'm not working at the hospital right now, so there's math is not my strong point right now, or spelling or knowing people's names or how to say it. So those are my three. So yeah, I would love to talk a little bit about you first, if that's okay.
Sure.
This is all about my girl Naomi right now, and so I know we chatted a little bit before when we had the royal court, which I love talking about because every time I see the three of you together in pictures, photos, videos on social media, it just overwhelms me because I just think it's so amazing that you all have this little group together connection, and it's fun, fierce, and I'm jealous because I think it's fabulous. And it is the royal court. You are the OG.
I'm the Norma Christie of the Femme division. So 53 years from now, I'll be the first one. So
you would never lie. You are going to start the train of casting the.
I will be the first one. I'll be 53 years from now. I'll be 27, so I'll be in a wheelchair probably. So.
And you know what? My hair will be down to my rear, and I will be pushing you in that wheelchair for you.
Are you going to grow it out that long? Just keep growing.
For you to push you in a wheelchair while you're doing the passing of the crown, 1,000,000%.
I love it. I love it.
I got you. With my stilettos on, of course. I don't care if I'm hunched over. It's happening.
Absolutely.
And then you're gonna be like, Morgan, get your hair out of my face.
And I'll be bald headed.
And then you know what? I'm actually doing you a favor. We're gonna put it right there.
Absolutely.
Anyway. Okay. So I know we talked a little bit, and I got a little bit of a sneak peek into your world when I had the three of you on, Miss Ivy and Christopher Esquire. But I really want to definitely just kind of start at the beginning, if that's all right, and just kind of get to know you a little bit more. So where are you from originally?
I am born and raised and live in Phoenix, Arizona. So
born, raised, lived there. You've been there.
Been here all my whole life. So.
And you've never tried to branch out, like, because you're back with no.
Well,
California.
one thing about we have amazing weather here. We don't have natural disasters. We may have a haboob, which is like the cloud of dirt that comes every once in a while.
What is it? A haboob?
Haboob. Did you not see that? Like about a week ago, we had that storm come through here.
Oh,
it literally is like you can look out your door and just see a cloud of like dirt, and it's a pretty bad storm, and it just.
And even in the Arizona, which is a major city.
Yeah, we're in the desert, so we're in the desert, so we're dusty. So every once in a while, it just comes up. But
throw a little lotion on Arizona, and you'll be good.
So I love the weather here. I'm a creature of nature, so I don't like a lot of change, and I'm not that. I don't like to. I love to travel now, but before I never really liked to travel. I love just to stay home and just be in my little nook. So being somewhere else
it's
not in the car. But I will say this though: in the future, when I retire, I will be moving out from Arizona.
Interesting. You will be moving out from Arizona when you
from Phoenix, yes.
When you say retire, what does that retire from?
Well, my husband and I, we own our business here. We own a tattoo shop. So, my husband hates living in Phoenix. He's from Nebraska. He likes a smaller town feel. I'm a city girl. But I think we've just come to the conclusion that we're kind of just over the big city type of feel. So maybe the next 5 years, where our plan is to move out of state somewhere else.
Interesting. Do you have any places that you're thinking about moving to?
We do have a place we're settled on, and it's a place that I have lots of friends, and I think the people there are great. So we're thinking about Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh,
a lot of people. It's so funny. Every time I tell people that, they're like, "Why Shreveport? They have the highest murder capital." I'm like, "Yeah, but we're not going to live in that area." But
right.
But Louisiana is probably where we're going to end up. So
isn't it like Louisiana where like vampires are and stuff?
Yeah, but well, actually, like
Don't
True
hate. I'm
Blood.
not hating. I'm congratulating.
Yeah, like True Blood, I think was like
Right.
filmed in like Lafayette, I want to say, or something like that.
Mhm.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not a geologist, I don't know. Um,
Neither.
but uh, yeah, so Shreveport is actually in the northern area, kind of like where Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas
Mhm.
border is. So I can easily get to Dallas within 3 hours, Oklahoma City. I can drive to, you know, Little Rock if I want to, stuff like that. And then New Orleans is my favorite city to visit. So it's
Cool.
4 hours from there or something like that. I'm not quite sure.
Have you gone to New Orleans since you've been reigning with because Ivy's down there, yeah?
No, I've been in New Orleans. I was booked at Mississippi Pride in Oxford, Mississippi. Fendi had booked the royal court there. Very interesting, very fun. And then from there, I drove with Ivy. We took a road trip back to New Orleans, and I did a show there that weekend. And then I had uh, Miss Gulf Coast America Femme was there a couple of weeks ago, so I was back there again. And then I was in Baton Rouge a couple of weeks ago judging Louisiana America. So
I love it. I was there probably like 5 years ago, I think, because I was performing on a cruise, and that was absolutely fabulous. But I thought I was so cool performing at Oz, which I think is Ivy's bar, right?
it's Ivy's home bar.
Well,
She
bar.
that's her gig, and I love Oz. I love the vibe it is. The
Mhm.
one thing I don't like is the steps to the stage. They are like this tall.
Right, isn't it like man?
And they're super tall, and
Yeah.
I feel like we're trying to step up and trying to step down from them. But besides that, Oz is an amazing place
Yeah.
to perform. And Ivy made me, because she does her Freaky Friday show there,
Oh,
where which is kind of like more of the goth,
hmm.
kind of drag. And she's like, I'm gonna book you in the show, and you have to do the thing, which was be the goth. So I think I did a pretty good job of stepping up to the occasion and stepping up to bat. So at least my tips reflected that. So
That I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure you got the assignment, but you did your little twist to, it, and you were absolutely
I
fabulous.
did, and it was fun. It was good to be outside the box, and I thank Ivy for pushing me to be outside the box. So she's definitely keeping me on my toes.
Oh, look, Miss Monica Mitchell says hello, beautiful
Oh,
lady.
hello, Miss Monica. I got to spend time with her at Vogue America. So
She absolutely fabulous. Such a good time. And also, just for the viewers that are watching right now, please hit that share button. The more people you bring in, the more people we have fall in love with the America system. Also, if you have any questions for Miss Naomi, please put them in the comments. I just remembered that I have to start looking at the comments for some questions. So please ask as many questions that you like. And I believe Naomi is an open book.
I'm an open book. You can ask me whatever you want.
Don't worry, I'm getting warmed up to ask you the good
The
questions.
good, the juicy questions.
Juicy
Okay.
questions. We're going to get
Let's
to them. But going back, so you're from Arizona, Phoenix,
Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona originally.
Mhm.
And do you have families from there as well? And are you around family a lot when you're in?
Um, yes and no. I mean, my relationship with my family has always been. I've always been the black sheep with the family. I've always kind of done my own thing. So, my community, my chosen family is pretty much my family. But most of my family is here, but I really don't
Understood.
talk to
Well,
them.
but your chosen family is your family as
A
well.
1,000%.
Years. How long have you been in the performing world? We'll say, like, as far as like, have you always been known as Naomi St. James?
Absolutely. So it's weird because when I started performing, I want to say it was like 2005 or six, somewhere around there. And I want to tell you how I chose my drag name. So at the
And
time, Showgirls, the movie came out, and I was like, oh, I love Nomi. I love that name. But I was like, I don't want to be Nomi because then people would know I got that from Showgirls. So I said Naomi. And my favorite board game is Monopoly. And so I was just playing Monopoly one game. I was like, Naomi Park Place, Naomi Baltic Avenue, Naomi. So and I was like, oh, Naomi St. James. That's St. James Place. So that's kind of how I got my drag name back in 2005, 2006. And Go ahead.
Are you the kind of gal that will play Monopoly till the very end, though? Because
Let me tell you this. I play my friend Jerry and I play Monopoly all the time. I'm undefeated in Monopoly. I'm a good negotiator.
okay,
It's not about it's about negotiation. The game is about negotiation. So I'm a good negotiator. So I've never won um uh I've never lost a game of Monopoly. So
interesting. Okay, well, let me tell you, I know that I'm coming out to Arizona eventually.
you
Hopefully,
are I have the board game. So
I'm next. We got a tattoo we got to do, and then I got to beat you in Monopoly now.
good luck. Yes.
Okay, well, we'll just drink a little wine and we'll see what happens.
That's my goal is get you drunk.
And that's your negotiation part. I love it. I'll say yes to anything. It's fine.
Absolutely.
Well, I love that. That's a really cool. I love your the name, the drag name, and how it came.
Yeah.
For
So I started back in 2005, 2006. And I will say this, back then in Arizona, in Phoenix, I'm gonna say, there was like 5 queens that literally performed at every single bar. So it was very hard as a newcomer to kind of break into the bar scene.
Mhm.
It wasn't until Barbara Seville, my uncle, I call her Uncle Seville.
Barbara.
She used to do this Barbara Seville newcomer show. And what she would do is like a mini pageant at every single bar that we had. And then the winner from that would go on to compete for Barbara's newcomer show, or newcomer of the year. And it would get you bookings at all these bars with her. So that's kind of how I got broken into the bar scene, because
Yeah.
it was very tight with the 5 girls here, and they were fierce girls. It was very hard to break into that performing role, that performance. So I was lucky to represent Barbara one year, and it kind of just took off from there. So
And then you were like, I'm doing pageants.
yeah, the next step was pageants. Absolutely. In Arizona, we are an America state here. We love Arizona America is a big, long week. It's almost like a holiday here,
I
truthfully.
love
And they love the America system here. They love the America pageant. So definitely that was my next step in my performance career.
So this will be the first year. Then they'll do America as well as Femme, like Miss Gay America.
At nationals.
No, for like to celebrate you this, because this will be your step down, correct? For
Correct.
Arizona. So
And
this would be like, because did they have like a big celebration for Femme last year, or did they just transition into just doing the pageant?
You mean as far as the preliminary that happened?
For you, right? For you, the one that you won to get yourself to national.
No, actually, no. The first year there was no prelims that happened. It was all application.
Okay.
So they sent, people would send in applications and they would pick. I think it was 16 of us they picked.
Okay. Oh, so you weren't, see, I'm learning something new. So you weren't, you didn't have a crown coming into it.
No, I've never had an America crown until that national crown.
How? So the other fabulous contestants, we'll say the other 11,
Correct.
or however many, they still don't have an America crown because they came into it fresh as well.
Well, unless they competed back in the day and got a crown before. But yeah, all of us didn't have to do a preliminary to go to the nationals this year. It was all application, and they chose, So yeah, I wasn't representing Arizona. I was representing myself.
I think
But
that's amazing.
being from Arizona,
How many, do you know how many contestants applied for it to get it down to?
I don't know. I want to say there was like 18 or 20, I want to say.
There was a good bit.
There was a good bit, and they chose 16. I don't know the process and how they chose, but they chose 16 people. And then I think by the time the pageant happened, we had 12 contestants, because
I'm getting.
life happens, and some of them couldn't make. Oh, 21. There we go. We had 20. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. And there was only one winner.
One winner.
But everyone was fabulous. I was like in awe the whole time.
Honestly, it was, besides obviously you go into wanting to win, right? But I think for me, just being there with all these contestants and getting to know them as people, and they were amazing. I think that was the best part. Besides winning the crown, that was the best part of the experience for me, was to actually get to meet different contestants from different parts of the country that I probably would have never met had it not been for this pageant,
Mhm.
and still be my sisters today. So
And that's I love that, and that's how I go. I go into that this in all the pageants I've done and do. That's how I go into it. I try and go into it looking at it like, yeah, I want to win. Everybody wants to win, so you stack your cards together, but you also look at it as this experience, right? And I think for you, it's very unique and special because you're just representing yourself. You're coming into a space where everyone's just themselves. So I think that's
absolutely, and I would say this: the American system, it's ran so professionally that just having the ability to experience that professionalism that the American system produces is beyond me. I mean, I've ran for other pageant systems, and I can say by far the American system knows exactly what they're doing,
mhm.
and it's such a great experience to even just compete for in the American system. So,
So are you allowed to dish on what systems you've competed for?
oh well, I've actually only competed for one other system, and the reason that is because the first pageant I ever did was Arizona America back
Okay.
in 2007. And I competed for 3 years. You know, the first time I competed was under Luscious. Luscious was the reigning. Then Michaela, my roommate, won Miss Gay America the next year, and then Victoria DePaula was the one she crowns.
Mhm.
And the last year I competed, I think I was like third alternate to Arizona America, and I was on hormones back then. Shh, I was breaking rules,
Secret safe with us. Secret safe.
and
Well, I
it,
was
it
going
got
to
to
ask you that next. Like as
yeah.
far
So it got to the point where I was like, okay, I have to make a life decision of whether I'm going to continue this pageantry career or continue and choose, me doing a different path on who I
Mm.
want to be as a person. So I remember after the pageant, Victoria and Daniel Ekstrom took me outside and they were telling me, Naomi, you were amazing. I can see you on the America stage. And I literally told Victoria to Paula, I said, girl, I'm getting my boobs done next week. So this is not going to be for me. So that was the end of my America pageantry system.
Mhm.
But of course, still wanting to compete. I did US of A for 6 years.
Okay.
So,
Fab. I love that. I could see you even doing Continental. What's, because you're just,
Continental, it's a different, a
I know it's,
different sport.
yeah.
I love what the Continental pageantry represents, the glamour of it. I don't know if I'm there yet. And I have to feel like I'm there to be on that stage. If I go on that Continental stage, I want to make sure that I go with the best, my best that I can produce. So,
Which you did this year for America, which we will, of course, get to. I'm so excited to kind of just break down all the nitty gritties of your package for America this year.
sure.
But going back to your life in Arizona, so you lived with your partner, correct?
My
Are you
husband for 11 years.
11 years? Wow. And how long have you been married for 11 years, or you've
No,
known?
we've been married for 6 years. We've been together for 11 years.
That's
Almost 11 years. I'm going to say it's like 10 right now, but
We love that. And you're
time
just,
flies.
and it's wild. You're a mere 32, so it's like you met at a very young age.
And the good thing is like our relationship, he's my best friend, and our relationship is so easy. It's organically there.
Yeah.
So, I love the fact that he has dreams and aspirations, and I'm supporting him doing his things, and then I have my dreams and aspirations, and he's supporting my dreams. And we necessarily don't have to be a part of each other's dreams, but as long as we support each other, because I'm the type of person, I'm like, let me do what I gotta do. I don't need you up my butt.
Yeah.
And I focus better that way. So,
Sure.
but he's a great guy, and
Will he be at America this year to?
he actually did say, because I'm like, well, who's gonna watch the dogs? But he's like, he definitely wants to come and be at my step down. So I'm going to allow him to be there.
Well, you could maybe even get an Airbnb that allows your babies to be there.
I got 4 dogs, so it's not like just one.
Doggy
But
sitting.
we got
Got
4,
it. You need a
so-
doggy sitter.
But yeah, he's gonna be there. He said he wants to be there and hang out and see what it's all about. So
Yeah. So how did you two meet?
no
Uh-huh.
comments.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was a big scandal back then, but
You don't.
he was dating someone else. I was dating someone else, and then we
Okay.
kind of, yeah. again, I'm an open book. I have nothing like.
100%. I love the no comment, and we move it right, and we keep it cute, keep it moving. And actually, speaking of cute, someone else wanted to say hello. Christopher says, "Who is your favorite nephew, and why is it Christopher?"
Well, it looks like he answered the question for me.
Oops.
Who is my favorite? Oh, Christopher. I love Christopher. But actually, Christopher, my favorite nephew is your husband, Eddie. I'm gonna switch it out on you.
And actually, I know we're going all over the place, but I'm just catching up a little bit too. And Miss Coco Vega is on board as well. So why don't we dish a little bit about your gown this year?
Okay.
Because it was incredible. And who was your gown maker?
Coco Vega.
Coco Vega. I love Coco
The
Vega.
legendary Coco Vega, the queen of beads, we call
I am Coco'd to head to toe, always and forever. But I want to know about so when I was sitting there, everyone looked stunning, of course, all the contestants. And it was lovely for me because I just got finished competing with my partner, Miss Divinity Cruz, Miss Gay Maryland, who came first alternate this year. But I also was top 10. So like we're like off of this crazy pageant week. And then we get to sit and enjoy. And I get to see all you fabulous contestants for the Femme division compete. And then the gowns come out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like absolutely stunning, absolutely fabulous. So for you, when you came out, and I love a good white crystally gown, and when you came out, it was just over the top. So I kind of want to first kind of figure out what your inspiration was for the gown, and then.
So, before I even competed for America, I have a vision board in my drag room.
Okay.
And I had this vision board for years because I said one day they're gonna open it up for us trans girls and AFAB girls, and I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna know exactly what I'm gonna do. And every year I would change something out, talent-wise, gown-wise, and it landed on this gown that I had. And I literally, as soon as I got the confirmation I was in, I was on the plane the next week to see Coco Vega in Ohio. And I showed Coco the inspiration, and she just looked at me and said, I got this for you. And I said, I want this, I want that, I want this. And she just literally just, without even me saying anything, she just got me. And she drew the sketch out. And literally the sketch looks exactly just like the gown. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course you're like, okay, well, hopefully it kind of somewhat resembles the sketch. And then when I went back for my final fitting, it was just breathtaking. Like it was beyond anything I can ever think of.
So you did an initial consultation, and then you did a final fitting.
Yeah, I only went twice to Ohio. So I went there for she did the whole Muslim thing on me, yes. And then she drew some stuff on me with the marker. She's like, "Okay, you're done." I'm like, that's it. She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay."
Let's talk about that experience a bit more for those that are watching, because you and I both know what that experience is like. But so let's paint a little bit of picture for the people that are viewing in or going to watch, or future contestants or contestants that would like to do something. What's like, but something grandiose as far as their gowns go, because Coco is of a different caliber of a gown. Not that you can't have any other gown sparkling, but this is just, it's the experience too, is what you're getting.
Yes.
So when you go out to Coco, because Coco does like to meet the person who is purchasing the gown, and when you go out, it's absolutely fantastic because you go to their home, and they're
in the middle of the woods.
In the middle of the woods, it's very interesting. Did you stay at their place, or did you stay at a place near there?
No, I flew into Cleveland.
Okay, and then
I stayed in Cleveland, and then I drove the hour drive to Coco's house. And I will say this, going to Coco's house, I was like, where the heck am I? I'm in the middle of the boonies. I'm in the woods. And then I get to this little cute house, and her house is so cute and like very just has all these gardens, and it's just so serene. Yeah. And then she takes you down to her little work room in her basement, and it's just costumes, gowns, beads, and it's just crazy.
Fabric. things and things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think I spent about a good 5 hours with her at that time
Mhm.
for the consultation.
And I think that's part of what what I love about her is that that's what she does. She really gets to know you as a person in that stretch of time. You chat a little bit more, but I think it's also like, kind of just to get the vibe of what.
Absolutely, she wants to get to know you as a person,
Mhm.
and she just from your personality. And literally, I'm just like, okay. She goes, "I got you, girl," and she just started.
Yep. And then so that's what I want to talk about next. So then she sits down and then she writes this or draws out this fierce. If you have a Coco Vega sketch of your gown, you did something good because it is like she pulls out the glitter.
Glitter markers, and like tells you where it's gonna shine. It
Yeah,
really is crazy.
yeah. And then
Um,
what's really cool is you can take a picture in your gown, pop it right next to that one. It's
yeah, I actually have it framed. I have it in my drag room framed.
everything.
So,
So why did you choose? So what was the inspo for white? Just that was
well,
just
it's actually not white; it's gold.
it's I do apologize. So it's gold, but then it has the crystals encrusted all over it, or
It's gold and silver, and it has the AB spikes on it.
that
So, my
yeah.
inspiration for it was I wanted to look like the symbol of excellence. That's why I chose gold.
Or,
My whole package was based on truly embodying the symbol of excellence. Like even in my presentation, I had the symbol of excellence scepter. You know, it's just the little things that I wanted to add, the little touches, you know what I mean? So I wanted to look like the symbol of excellence when I walked out, and she just did that. So
how did you come up? Because I thought it was so creative, and I know it's still like it was still new and coming. These word that I've known of is the spikes. How did that? Is that something to show your edgier side, or did you like? Was there something?
well, actually, the first time I ever saw those spikes on a gown, my drag daughter Vanity had them on her gown from in Coco Mavis. This was a couple years ago when she won Miss USA Newcomer. Gosh, I want to say 2013, something like that. And I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. Those look like ice. They look like icicles on you. And so I know Coco Vega had done that gown with spikes, but I've never seen it on another gown before. So I told her, I said, I want the spikes. Do you have the spikes? She's like, oh yes, we got spikes. So and they come to find out they come in color as well. So be prepared for my step down gown to be something spectacular.
I listen. I expect nothing but perfection. I'm excited. I'm so excited. And what I also wanted to comment about was is because Coco does the muslin to get the proper fit. But what I have to say is too that you went and did a final fit, like a consultation in the final fitting, and that gown fit you, from my view of it, perfectly.
When I tell you, when she put the gown on me at the final fitting, the sleeves were not attached yet. She hadn't
Mhm.
attached the sleeves. But when she put the body of the gown on me, it fit me like a glove. There was like, it was perfection.
Mhm.
And then the one thing she didn't do is she didn't have it lined yet. She didn't know if I wanted lined or not lined. And then she didn't do the sleeves. So I was there, oh my God, like 10 hours for her to like do the linings
Mhm.
and then do the sleeves. And then I was like, okay, do you ship it out to me when we're done? She goes, oh no, take it with you. And I literally took the gown with me right then and there.
And then you took it back to Cleveland.
And then
Right.
got it. Yeah. And
So
took it.
what did you do? Take it in as a carry-on?
No, I have. Oh my gosh! So I only brought a carry on with me because I flew Frontier and you have to pay for every single bag.
Right.
So I was like, how am I going to fit this in my bag? So I had a backpack that
Okay.
I carry a makeup mirror wherever I go. So I was trying to stuff that into my luggage, and then I put the gown into my backpack.
And it worked? Like you were able
Oh,
to.
it worked. I made it work. So
Well, you looked absolutely amazing in that gown. Like it was breathtaking. So I'm
oh,
excited to see what you have for your step down.
oh
Look,
yeah, we're working on something nasty for that. So.
as you should, as you should. So I love that. So when you started, so let's talk about how so you heard that Femme was coming this year, and you decided I want to come back because you said I think I don't know if you had mentioned it here or if we chatted about it before about how you wanted to be a part of the America system, but then when this came back, you're like, this is for me.
So after the last year I competed for US of A was 2015, I kind of felt like my heart wasn't really into that system. My heart's always been with the America system.
Mhm.
So I strictly focused on helping the MGA contestants achieve their dream and kind of being behind the scenes, whether I was judging, dressing. I mean, I've done everything, backup dance, push brooms across the stage. I've done everything for the America system. But I said, one of these days, they're going to open it up and I'm going to be ready. And when they do, I'm not going to take that for granted and just do it.
And you did. So,
And
so why the America system? What is the draw for you?
I mean, that's what we're used to here in Arizona. America is just the creme of the creme here. And our our Miss Arizona is literally like a local celebrity here. So being performing, I've always wanted to be that. Always wanted to have that America crown and being part of that America sisterhood because the sisterhood here is unlike any other sisterhood that you can ever experience anywhere else. And so I always wanted to be a part of that. And I said, if they give me the opportunity, I'm going to do it.
That's
This is
fabulous.
where my heart is. So
So, and you did not have a problem getting a hold of that gown. So then what are the other, so you had a personal interview, correct?
correct.
And so can we talk about a little bit what you dressed like? Because, so personal interview for those that don't know, meaning, what do you like?
Yes. No, go ahead. We'll talk about it.
So
Now that everything's done, we can talk about it.
I live. Well, I can't wait. So now I'm like, what are we going to talk about? So for those that are just watching that may not know, so during the America System pageant and the Femme division, and I believe Esquire as well, we do a personal interview where during the day you'll sit in front of the judging panel as your business casual best, I guess it would be the best way to describe it, and you sit in a chair in front of the panel and you have a good 7 minutes to talk about you and what makes you the right fit or what makes America the right fit for you. So, and sometimes they say, don't come too flashy if it's just, it might be distracting, or, make sure everything's still cohesive. And, it's also how you execute yourself with your speech and answering the questions on the spot. So I wanted to ask you, because you're fierce and fabulous and all in between, and I wanted to know what you wore for your interview.
So my whole inspiration for my interview look, remember the actress Brigitte Nielsen?
Of course.
So I wanted this Russian short hair bouffant. I wore a black suit that had these textured stones on it. They weren't flashy. It was just more for texture. And I felt fabulous. I mean, I felt amazing. And then again, the score she's back. I was like, it's like, wow, they really scored me very low in general appearance. And going in, of course, there were compliments to me on how I look, but one judge really had me super low in general appearance.
Okay.
And I asked Rob, I go, why did she score me so low? I thought she liked. He goes, oh no, she hated it. And I was like, okay.
Well,
So, but you know what? I'm glad so I had a mock interview before. I always tell people, do mock interviews before you go to nationals. And I know we had 4 girls from Arizona going to compete at nationals. So I put together a mock interview for all of us. And I had like Daniel Ekstrom and a lot of people who are very
in the system.
educated in the system, a part of that panel. And it's so funny because in my bio, when I started my bio, my mind completely went blank.
And then, so just because I know, but I'm going to ask you questions. Like, so when you say bio, you mean like when you're entering and you.
Correct. So usually when we do an interview, the head judge will say, please have a seat, tell us a little bit about yourself. So usually we take about a minute and a half tops to, tell them a little about ourselves. And I think I was so nervous being in front of people that I know and respect. I literally know these people and they know me. So I'm trying to get to my mind literally went completely blank. So
what did you do?
I just froze. I said, sorry, you know what? Let's just skip to the questions.
Okay.
So I just had them skip to the questions. And when they started asking me the questions, the response was, my answers were great, very Miss Gay America. I had raving reviews. Obviously, my bio wasn't where I wanted to be.
Sure.
So when I got to nationals, I'm just glad I got through my bio without my mind going blank.
And then so when you say bio, what did you like? So do you recall like did you give them a couple fun facts about
You
yourself?
know, I always tell, this is what I always try to, and especially in my orientations, I always tell people, you know, obviously, I want you to go in and think of these people as your friends, and you're just telling these friends about yourself. No one can sell yourself better than yourself, right? No one knows you better than you.
Mhm.
For your bio, I always tell them, pretend you're on a speed date and you only have 1 minute to tell someone about yourself. Give them that information that you want them to know in that minute,
Yeah.
and then they'll ask you questions based on the information that they give you within that minute.
There's
So,
so many things that I would say on a speed date that I probably wouldn't say in my bio.
well, I mean, it's
But I
you
know.
want to get to know them. You know, you only have a minute to tell someone you're interested in. You're, you know, obviously what you do, where you're from, blah 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 blah. Blah, you know, just give them the appetizer and then give them the meat and potatoes during your
Yeah.
questions.
What I loved, I know we're getting a little bit more businessy right now, but what I loved, and especially because your future Femme contestants are going to hopefully watch this as well, because you are the reigning and you will be there for their night. I liked what you said about your personal. You felt amazing in your outfit, whether someone
Right.
liked it or not. It's how you felt, because that's your starting point. If you felt uncomfortable about this, that, and the other, then you're already going in at a disadvantage for yourself because you're feeling not yourself, you know?
And one thing I try to, when I orientate to the judges and to the contestants, I always tell the judges, I don't care what they are wearing. I don't want to see on those critique sheets that you don't like what they're wearing. I want you to judge them on how they are wearing what they're wearing, because I want these contestants to be true to who they are.
Mhm.
And whatever they feel comfortable, that's going to make them feel the best about themselves to shine. That's how I want them to dress. I don't want them coming in a three-piece suit if they're not going to feel comfortable.
Sure.
So don't judge them based on what they're wearing. Judge them based on how they are wearing, and critique them on how to elevate what they're wearing to get to that point.
I
If
like
that
that.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
taking
one
that chance with me.
yeah, and that's one thing, you know, I've been trying to educate the judges on this year as far as the general appearance for interview goes.
Yeah. I love that. So I know I'm bopping around, but that's just the nature of what's happening right now, and I love it. But so back to Arizona, because
Okay.
so you have your tattoo business with your husband.
hmm
Is that something you've always done, or is there any other fun, exciting jobs you've had before, like
Well,
career?
so before I started drag, I was a dental hygienist. I
As
graduated dental hygiene school, and then when I transitioned, being trans kind of back then wasn't really um, out in the world. Yeah, people probably knew, but it wasn't as accepted as it was. And being in a male-dominated industry like dentistry, um, I actually quit my dental hygiene job just to go back to do hair. And I did hair for, you know, until 2017 when I retired from hair and I opened a business with my husband. And I retired from doing hair and I strictly focused on helping him build our business
Mhm.
and helping that get off the ground. And then once that was sustainable, I decided to go back and do something for me. So I went into real estate.
Okay,
So
and you're doing that now in real estate?
not doing it anymore. I had a bad experience with real estate. So now
What do you
I'm
mean? Like
strictly
with a sale? With a
my
sale?
full-time job is Miss Gay America Femme. So
I live, and how fierce is that?
yes.
Um, so well, I think that's fun though that that's fun that you've at least had a couple different things to find out where you're going in your path, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like hearing that, that a job had kind of scared you away. Not, I don't want to say scared away. You were just kind of like, I'm good, and you moved away from.
But you know what? Honestly, it was the best decision for me at that time. I don't regret it. I think that, you know, everything happens for a reason. You
Sure.
know, and I feel if that was the reason for me to be myself, I had to let go of my old life
Yeah.
and start a new life. So I'm happy and my life is great. And
What I love too is that when you were also hand in hand with your husband doing the business together. And what I love, it kind of connected with me that when I watched you do the orientation at Vogue in Delaware, you were very professional and very business, and you were very clear on things too, and the way that you handled yourself and held yourself. And I just got to give you your kudos there, because it was just really cool to see. Like, you knew what you were doing. So
Well, again, I've been a part of the system for a while. I've been through so many orientations as a judge. And so the fact I finally get to do them is kind of surreal. But I have a vision on how I want my division to be. And, again, with the new division, I try to tell everyone we're not looking for that cookie cutter Miss Gay America. We are looking for authenticity, originality, and a people person. Because this person's going to go represent this title for a whole year, and they have to be able to be relatable and approachable. We can teach them the rules and regulations, but we can't teach them how to be a people person.
Right.
We can't teach them how to be approachable. So that's what we're looking for this year. At least that's what I'm trying to encourage.
Yeah. So what was your first orientation like? Because it's still kind of fresh for you. And what was that first one like for the ones that are watching now that maybe in those shoes?
Well, my first orientation was in Cascadia, but the cool thing is I had Ivy next to me, and she's already had a couple under her belt. So we kind of just piggybacked off each other. And actually, it's so funny because my first, I want to say 3 prelims, I actually had Ivy next to me because she had also a prelim as well. So I believe Vogue was actually my first prelim without Ivy. And you were there, obviously, so you know how those. So I definitely get nervous, but I think what helps me a lot too is that before I go to every prelim, I ask the promoters for the list of contestants who have applied, and I actually have conversations with these people for about an hour or so to get to know them, go over everything, tell them what we're going for here, kind of talk about their package a little bit, have them pick my brain, I pick their brain. So when I get there, these aren't just strangers.
Yeah.
They're people I already know.
Yeah, I love that, because it's a both ended too. It's helping you, but it's also helping the contestants be a little more
And that's one
comfortable.
thing is too, like I reach out to every single contestant for every pageant before they even hit that stage, and just talk to them and get to know them as people.
That's
Because
amazing.
I don't want to change who they are. I want to help bring however they identify or whatever kind of performance they want to do, whether it's alternative or lyrical. I want to help bring the excellence out in them. And so, and then when I get there, we're sisters then. So
And that's why you're Miss Gay America Femme.
I appreciate it.
Amongst many other reasons too. But I think that's amazing, because it's just that, and that what you're saying is another reason why I do love the America system, because that's the culture that it is. It's about uplifting other people. It's not just about the winning. Everybody wants the win, but it's about it's the full scope of it all, which is what you're doing, is helping other people achieve their dreams too.
And I always tell the contestants, no matter how the cards land, I've lost many pageants more than I've won. No matter where the cards land, you're always going to gain that experience, and it's actually going to help elevate your performances outside of pageantry. So you will take from this experience something more than just a crown or more than just experience. Then you have the sisterhood. You're meeting contestants from all across the country and building those bonds and relationships with these people. So it's more than just a crown to me. And then when I go into these pageants, I always tell the first winner and the alternate, I want you to work together as Team Vogue or Team Arizona or Team Cascadia. Work together, use your resources together, work together as a sisterhood with a common goal of you both wanting to win the title.
Yeah, I love it. So inspiring. Now I want to compete.
You have the hair, sis.
Hey girl, don't
We allow bearded queens now.
I love that. I live, but here's the thing. I want to get Naomi-fied, if you know what I mean.
Oh, honey, you know what? These don't define you as a woman.
I know that, but I'll tell you, That would define Morgan.
Okay, I understand that.
Um, so anyway, I'm gonna blush. Here we go. So so let's talk about your talent, because you were talking about, you know, different types of talents or different types of things that all your contestants may bring to this year's pageant. So let's talk about your talent. What was your talent this year for Femme?
I did Madonna's Girl Gone Wild.
Mhm.
And it's so funny. I'm not a big Madonna person. I'm not a big, sorry, Barbara Seville. I'm not a big Madonna person. Um, but when I saw this performance of hers, I was like, wow, that actually is really cool. Um, Usually I'm known for doing US of A where I come out and I'm bucking, twirling, flipping, whatever. With America, we don't have to do that. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Just have to hit those subcategories. And
Mhm.
so when I saw this performance from Madonna, I said, you know what? It has those subcategories, and it was on my vision board, and just happened to be on my vision board when they allowed it. So I said, I'm doing that. So day one, I knew exactly what I was doing. I was flying to Vegas early June to rehearse with my dancers, and I was going every other weekend of Vegas to dance with them. So by the time nationals came,
Yeah.
it was literally just us running it through. Uh,
Yeah.
but it was just something I put together and it hit all the subcategories. I didn't win talent, I was second in talent, but
You were consistent.
I was consistent. And that's what the system's all about is consistency. So
Yeah. No, your talent was amazing, and I love hearing that. Like, you flew to Vegas. Why Vegas? Is that? I mean, I know you said your dancers were there, but how did that?
so all of my dancers I used to dance with, they were babies. And I haven't competed nationally in 10 years. So all of those dancers have moved away and they're doing bigger things. You know, my main choreographer is now dancing for stars and performances. So I was like, I don't know anyone here that is really a dancer.
Mm.
So Prozac, my granddaughter Prozac did Arizona, and I saw the dancers with her, and I said, I need to hire them. And so I literally was flying to and from Vegas every other weekend to rehearse with them for 2 days. And they were amazing. And I love to get to know them and hang out with them. And, you know, you definitely want to have a team behind you that's for you. And so that's why I always take the initiative to like, hey, let's go to dinner after rehearsals. Let's get to know each other. Because I don't want it just to be like a business transaction. I want it to be like, these people really want to root for me, be there for me. So that's why I chose them. And they're going to be doing my step down for me. We're going to make it a full circle moment. So,
I love that. You
yeah.
got me a little. You got me a whisper teary-eyed because I'm just having a flashback of when I did my first talent, the Nurse Morgan talent I did, and that was something I felt separated myself from other contestants, will say, where it wasn't just a transaction. These were my hometown people that we put together a group, a squad, basically, and it was like it's a family. And though some dancers come and go through the years that I've been doing it, it's still, no matter what, it's just been this family created bond. It's not just like, I just competed for this pageant in the Poconos. It's called the Woods. It's like this like gay campground. It's a little scandalous, we'll say, because
Okay.
it's clothing optional, we'll say. And I had my dancers come up, and it was really cool because it wasn't just they came up, did the talent, and left. They came to the campground. They hung out during the day. They stayed after the pageant, and it was just cool because it was a memory that we made together. So I just, sorry, I digress, but it was just for that good feels moment, because that's exactly what it's all about. It's about making the memories with your strong team, and that's what you did. And you can tell because you created this amazing circle around you, and it showed on the stage as well as off stage too. So
Well, they're amazing. And definitely, I always recommend them to everyone. And they'll be there for me for my step down. You know, no questions asked. I asked them, you guys, they're like, absolutely. So,
am I allowed to ask you, like, do you have a theme for the step down, or is that like still a?
no, I know my theme. I've told the contestants who've won my theme, but I'll share it. It's gonna come out in a couple of weeks anyway. Why not?
And you know what? If someone watches the episode, as they should, then they'll know what the theme is, right?
So my theme is, I feel right now we're in a day and age where the trans community is always under attack. So I always kind of feel like people treat us like we are not humans on this earth. So my theme is alien superstar. So I want all of my contestants to come out in the best extraterrestrial avant-garde look, out of this world look.
I love
So that's my theme for this year. Is Alien Superstar.
everything. So then, does your opening number kind of fit that vibe too?
It's
Am I
the
allowed to
whole
answer?
number fits the vibe. So
I love,
absolutely.
I love it. I'm so excited, and I'm just gonna sit there and be fat. I'm probably gonna tell the promoters that I might have to sit up front.
Why not?
Oops, I need to. And I'll be like, it's for podcast purposes only.
Media. Where's the media section?
Right.
That's what
I should do that. Should I not compete this year? I should do interviews and stuff throughout.
why not? Absolutely. I think it'll be great. I
If
think
Monica's still watching,
Monica, I think we will love the exposure.
yeah, I think that would be actually, I think that'd be really cool because then it would be the royal court, which is the three of you, Ivy, Christopher, and you, and then kind of just going through it. I think that'd be, I don't know. We'll see. Who's to say? Who's to say?
And then Christopher gets a whole new court of girls
That's
again
right.
before he steps down. So
Those
Four.
Esquires, they always get a whole slew.
Yeah.
I love it. I remember this year I would look to Christopher and said, "I think you're going to be my new husband." No, no,
He's
no
listen,
disrespect to my partner, but
love Christopher. If I call him, he always picks up the phone, literally. So he's always in my corner. Him and his husband both. I love Christopher, and I'm glad that I get to reign with him, and I know him before all of this,
mhm.
and we have a relationship. So it's kind of cool to be able to experience this with him as well.
Do you all play Monopoly together?
No, I probably will though. But they've come to my functions. I've had like chili night here, or they came to my birthday party. I had a whole big birthday party here and stuff like that. So I kind of stay in my own little realm, and then I'll see them when I'm out and about.
Which I like that because that's your balance right there. You have your introvert moments, but then you have your going out moments too.
Yeah, I never go to a bar unless it's for like a pageant or something like that, or I'm booked or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't really go out.
Now, did you before? Like, were you at what's the word? Like, not a socialite. What is it called when you go out and you just kind of like
Social butterfly.
social butterfly? I guess. Did you go out to the scenes in Arizona?
Of course, when I was younger, and when I was in my 20s, but I'm in my 40s now. I'm old.
Guess I'm in my 40s too, girl. I know.
It's weird because
I don't go out as much either, but
my husband is a morning person, so he gets up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym every single day. So he's usually in bed. He's like, "You want to watch a movie?" Sure. I know he's gonna be in sleep in like 5 minutes, and he's like, "What do you want to watch?" I'm like, "Pick whatever you want to watch," because I know I'm gonna be changing in 5 minutes anyway.
I'm
So
screaming. And then I'm sure that your babies will wake you up real early too for whatever.
they're bastards. They don't
Mhm.
let us sleep for no reason. Just getting up for no reason.
Are they in the bed too, or they have? Their own-
1,000%. They all have their little spots they love to be in.
Are they
so.
big? Are they like little baby dogs? Like little
I have 3 smaller dogs, and then I have a black lab.
so
So
it's full.
it's a full king size bed.
That love tank is full in the bed.
It's very big. It's very big.
I love that. So I know we're approaching the hour, which I could talk for the next 2
Girl,
hours.
I'm good. We can keep talking. I ain't got nothing to do.
But is there anything that you want to talk about you and in and out the pageant scene, you personally or whatnot?
I think sometimes there's a big misconception, maybe how I look or present myself, that I may be not approachable. And I always tell people this, like, it's so weird because I'll meet someone, they're like, "Oh, I've seen you for so long, but I just thought you were so mean." I'm like, "What are you?" I'm like, "You don't even know me." They're like, "You just have that intimidating look about you." So I always say, you know what? It's the Botox and the fillers. My face doesn't move. I'm actually smiling right now. So, but I'm really the most approachable person you can ever come and talk to. And my phone's always open, and my inbox are always open to everyone to reach out to me. Even if you're not even competing for the Femme division, if you're competing for Miss or even our Esquire, I'm here for everybody. I want everyone to succeed.
Yeah.
So I think that's just a big misconception, and I just want everyone to know that.
Well, I have to say, just knowing you for the short period of time I have, I've seen you've always had your heart on your sleeve. You've always been your authentic self, and you've always been kind. from what I've seen. So, you know, I find it hard, but I can understand what you're saying, where some people, because you're you're gorgeous, girl. Maybe I was a little intimidated to go say hi to you first, only because you are just stunning and beautiful, and you hold yourself very confidently. And
Well, I definitely, when I walk into a room, I definitely, I guess, demand the attention, even though I don't want the attention. It's definitely always kind of there. But yeah, I can see why people will be intimidated. But I'm literally the sweetest person.
but I'll tell you, you know what though, the things, and should someone watch this video, then they'll get a little bit more of an insight of how the amazing person that you are, but also, you know, as you continue to do things, people are going to see it. It's just going to constantly shine off of you anyway. So just keep doing you.
I'm doing me, girl.
As you always do. By the way, someone else wanted to say hello as well, Miss Ivy.
Oh, I love Ivy. I just talked to her today.
She's doing her thing too. She's a busy, busy gal. It's
Yeah,
starting
she got Maryland this weekend
yeah.
for Divinity Step Down, and then we have Texas America next week.
So let's talk about that a little bit. So what's it like on the road? Because I know that you've had 5 prelims thus far, but you've also gone to a lot of other America pageants, right? And you've been invited to other different events.
Functions, yeah, absolutely.
So what is that like as the reigning Miss Gay? Because it's a hot name. It's you are the first femme. You are doing great things, and you're so positive. You're holding that crown correctly, and so it's a big draw for people to have you at their events, right? So what is that like? Shifting around, like, do you have one suitcase that you just have your to-dos? And
So when I travel to prelims, to try to make it as cost efficient as possible for promoters, I try to fit everything all in one checked bag. So obviously, that being said, it's hard for me to bring my beaded gowns or the biggest hair I have or the most extravagant costumes, because to me, I've already won. For me, it's about the promoters and the contestants at the end of the day. So if I can try to make it as cost efficient as possible and fit everything in one bag, I'll do that as much as I can. But to be like asked to do other things that aren't necessarily involved with the America system, like when I got booked at Oxford Pride with Fendi, and they booked me in the Dunes in Michigan and in North Carolina, you know, it's cool to have that recognition. And I really appreciate everyone that's given me the opportunity to go places that I never thought I would want to ever go. And now I'm here in the middle of the woods in Dunes, Mississippi, or Saskatchewan. I don't even know. I'm not a geologist. But it's just so cool to experience just so many different people, you know, especially when the Miss Gay America system, when the promoters with the Miss Gay America side invite me to be a part of their prelims as well. So, because they don't necessarily have to have me there, but the fact that they recognize me as Miss Gay America Femme and they bring me there, it definitely touches my heart, and I'm very appreciative. So,
but you do know that that's also a part because of you as well. It's not just the title; it's you as a person as well have helped create this beautiful first year. So
I'm trying, girl. I'm trying to build that foundation.
You are, period, point blank, end of story. Look, we even have other people that love you so much that want to say hello.
Dex says she's my body double. So she always says they can't tell us apart. Oh.
Barbara says hello. We was chatting about Barbara earlier and giving her accolades as well. We love Barbara. So, but yeah, I just adore. So everybody's starting to pop up. That's so funny. Look, we got Tatiana's here.
Oh, not the throwback picture on her profile.
I'm screaming. Is that a Maryland? Because Maryland's coming up. Sometimes the Maryland sisters.
It could be. Who knows?
They do that. So like I said, it just when you're telling me like, oh, you're getting booked here and booked here, like my head starts to spin. Like, okay, like my Virgo is like, okay, what do I need to do? What numbers am I doing? What am I packing? And it just sounds like you have it down to like a good. Let's just keep it. I can't imagine doing just a carry on.
Like, well, it's not a check bag. So I have
I'm sorry. You did say check.
And that includes, I mean, when I went to Cap City American Austin, I had 2 gowns, 4 pieces of hair, 4 pairs of shoes, a fur coat, all my jewelry, makeup, everything all in one bag. So I've kind of mastered it a little bit. Um, but it is hard to, I think my theme this year, or my vision for my theme is uh, simplicity, elegance. You know what I mean? It can be simple, but it can still be elegant. I don't need to have these beaded gowns to look, elegant. I can be simple, but still make it glamorous. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, you're allowed to have 2 check bags for your step down this year.
Well, I'm gonna be
like-
shipping a lot of stuff there.
Yeah,
So-
I'm kidding.
because I'm gonna be there for the whole week. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
have like 5 nights of, of costumes or gowns or whatever the case is. So
Yeah. That's going to be that's going to be really fun to see you kind of do your thing too during the week too, because you'll be there for now. Will you be performing do they do performing for the review show then for you? Because
okay, so I don't know if you guys are aware, but so the review show on Thursday is actually going to be a preliminary night from our Femme division.
oh, love that.
So we are having a prelim night for Femme, and then Saturday will be our final night. We're still trying to maybe work out some schematics about how to move the review show maybe to like one of the local bars in the area. So we still have the review show, but still also have that pageant night as well.
I think that's amazing. Is that because the amount of contestants that you are
Yeah,
bringing?
so I mean, I'll have 11 contestants, so that's what 22 or 11 prelims, so that's 22 contestants. So we can't do all of it all at once. So we'll just do gown and talent for an interview, and then we'll have the top 10 for final night, and then just do the normal.
That's incredible. Now I got to come up with 4 cute outfits to wear for all the 5 actually now, because
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a long weekend. It's exhausting. I will say this, but it's fun though.
Yeah. Well, and it's also what's cool is it's like camp in a way, right? Because like you don't see
Big camp, yes. Drag camp.
the camp I've always wanted to go to, but never went. I love it. So I love that. So what's in the future for you after? So have you thought about that yet?
I have thought about it. I think my next step is not probably going to be in the pageant scene, maybe something a little bit different.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
No worries.
But I definitely have some goals I'm trying to achieve. And I think having the America crown would definitely give me that platform to kind of elevate me to where I want to go.
Sure.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that. We only have like 4 months left before I have to give up. It's come by so quick.
That is it. And it's just so wild, right? It's like just yesterday we were in Little Rock, January, Little Rock, doing the thing. And then here we are in September. So is there anything, has there any bit, so let's talk about the pageants thus far. Was there anything cool that you've seen as far as personal interview that stood out to you? Not necessarily the specific name of a contestant, but just something that maybe that stood out, because you've seen quite a few contestants so far, and I know there's some coming.
I will say that each one of these girls in interview have been absolutely amazing. You can tell the desire to be Miss Gay America has always been there. For some of them, has always been there. Even for like the newer contestants who've never competed before, like my Cascadia contestants, they were brand new to pageantry, and you can just see the fire in them in interview. So I sit in all the interviews, and I actually tell the contestants, I'm going to give you my own critiques. Although I'm not a judge, I'm going to give you my own critiques as well, so you can kind of take with you, the judges' critiques as well. But all of them have been amazing. And as far as like talents and stuff go, everything has been so different and eclectic that we're going to have such a variety of talents on stage. I'm super excited about. But I'm super excited that for my last prelim, I finally got my first AFAB queen, Barbara Please, and she's one of the qualified contestants for Miss Gay America Femme. So I finally got my first one. So I'm super excited about that.
So you're saying, because there was 5 prelims, so there's 10 qualified. So so that 9 are trans women, and then the AFAB.
And I got my last one was, I got my first AFAB queen, and she's fabulous. It's her first time ever doing pageantry. And long story short, we had a contestant drop out. So we were only going to have one contestant. And Nadine Hughes called her. She was at work and said, come do this pageant. We'll get you together. And the 11th hour came in, and she did a fabulous job for being literally just thrown on stage. Almost won the pageant. So I said, I told her, I said, I can't wait to see what you bring to the stage when you have 4 months to prepare, and compared to 1 hour. So she's my first AFAB queen. I'm super excited that she's going to be representing the Cap City America prelim. So, and her talent was cute, and everyone's talents are so just different and eclectic, and it's going to be a good variety.
Well, I look forward to that because it's not just one note; it's all the notes, which is what it should be.
1,000%.
So I love that. So I know we're kind of hitting over the hour, and I want to kind of let you do your thing. I know you're a busy gal, but I know I've asked you before, but I'm gonna, if it's okay. Oh, first and foremost, is there anything else that you would like to mention about the pageant in itself, as far as for future contestants or things that are going to be going on at nationals? I do maybe want to try and get you on again before nationals, if that's possible.
Absolutely, we can have the 3 of us again.
Say less. Say less.
And maybe we can do one with all of the qualified contestants for Femme, or a little.
Anything you want. I will never say
Yeah.
anything you want. We can do a whole moment. We can have, I don't know, I have to figure out how many we can get on the screen, but even if I have to have people come in and out and we'll do a whole thing, I will make it work for you, girl.
I love that. So the question is, what's going to go on?
Is there anything else or is there anything highlights that you want to mention, maybe for the contestants that are qualified, future contestants coming in, and / the pageant? Like, is there anything that we didn't really cover that you want to mention?
Pretty much everything that I've already told all of them, all that already, so they already know everything that's going on. But like, I definitely want to mention some things real quick. So I had 2 amazing experiences being Miss Gay America. Actually, right before I was crowned Miss Gay America Femme, I had an amazing experience. And then after I was crowned America Femme, I had another amazing experience. So again, being at nationals is different. It's a whole sisterhood, right? And I remember sitting in our orientation in the auditorium, and I had no clue you guys were behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? And when they said, give it up for the Femme contestants, and then we hear this abrupt roar behind us. So the love that my year already started off right then and there, amazing. And just to hear the love and the support that the MGA contestants have for our Femme division, I want to say thank you guys so much for that. That truly touched all of our hearts. And the second one I had was when, we don't give honorary crowns in the America system. And Daniel was able to talk to Mike and Rob into giving me my honorary Miss Arizona crown. So I finally have my other crown. So now I have 2 crowns.
That's everything.
So that was, one of the highlights for me. But as far as everything else, I mean, the contestants already know. I'm excited we have Texas America next week, and then we have Oklahoma America in a couple of weeks. And then in November, we got, more. So
I can see it all. Well, and then we'll definitely, you and I will chat, and we'll bring the contestants out, because I love nothing more than bringing contestants on this kind of platform where you get not only just to, because when you see a contestant on stage, that's all you're getting is just that snapshot.
Right.
And I think it's important that, there's definitely people behind the contestants, if that makes sense. There's a person behind that contestant. And I think it's important for everyone to see who they are.
And also too, it's weird for me as a title holder when I first meet these contestants at orientation, and then seeing them maybe a couple of weeks later, the glow up they've had since winning or, representing their title has been this huge transformation. Like, I know that my Gulf Coast contestant, Roslyn, from the first time I saw her, she was this little shy girl. And then I saw her a couple of weeks later at Louisiana, and it was just a big transformation. And just to see the glow up that this crown allows some of us to have, and allow these contestants to feel confident in themselves. I think to me that's the best part of seeing this reign and seeing these contestants. And again, I've already won. This is not about me as I'm reigning. This is about my contestants. This is about my promoter. So I don't care if people think I look horrible. I don't care if you like my promos. I don't care about any of that. You can pass me with all of that. This is about my contestants. This is about my promoters.
I love that, and we will make sure that we do that for them, and we'll do that on here too. I'm excited. And just a little side note: one, you could never look horrible, and two, your photos are fabulous.
Well, you know, everyone
Then
has
come talk to me. I'll take.
someone, but you know, I don't care. It doesn't
Yeah,
bother
you know, and you know what, and it shows, and I mean that this whole time I've been talking to you, like, it just, your authenticity and your willingness to uplift other people is just shining through, and I know that everyone else is going to see that as well, and it's just amazing because that, like I said before, this is why I love the system so much, because it's not just about winning. You can win, and then that be that. But you're creating a legacy. You're raising the bar. You're continuing to educate about excellence, which is what the system is about. So just keep it up, sis. I love it so much. All the above.
And I get to see you again in Delaware. So
I
I'm super
can't wait.
excited.
It's going to be too much fun. I'm already coming up with my opening number. I'm trying to create something fabulous. The theme is masquerade, so definitely get your cute masquerade on, girl.
I'll let me know. Yes, for sure.
But it's gonna be a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, before I let you go, I know I've done this with you before, but maybe it's changed or it could be the same. But I know I'm putting on the spot a little bit. But I always like to ask my the guests on the show to tell me their meaning of excellence.
Okay, you have asked me for. I knew this was coming.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. Because I you know.
So for me, excellence doesn't necessarily define pageantry. It defines who you are as a person. For me, I wake up every single morning and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with the person I am, and I'm happy how I treat people. And I don't let negativity impact my personality or how I treat people in this world. You can treat me like the worst person in the world, but I will always treat someone with respect. So excellence to me is just about loving yourself and waking up happy and going to sleep happy, knowing that you made a difference in the world.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And then give Davini a big old lesbian kiss for me.
I will. I got you. She loves and adores you too. So she'll be missing you this weekend at her step down, I'm sure.
I will see her in Delaware though. So
Yes, that is very true. 100%.
we gotta hit the Wawa. We gotta hit the Wawa.
We will. We will. I got you, girl. We got you. We'll take you right there. There's tons. They don't have anything out there out in Arizona like Sheets or Wawa or.
No, we don't have. We have QTs and Circle Ks.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open a Wawa out in Arizona. And we're gonna. That's our future. Don't tell anybody our secrets.
Our future endeavor. So, well, thank you so much, Morgan. I love you so much, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk a little bit about myself and the pageantry system. And I want to tell all the girls who, don't be afraid to come play with us. We're here to help you in any way possible. If you're on the fence on competing, please reach out, and I'm here for you in any way I can.
I love that. You have the best night, and we'll chat. And hopefully those that are watching now or tuning in, stay alert and watching, because we may post a flyer about all the contestants for Femme, and maybe we'll have interviews with each one of them. So
yeah, let's do mock interviews live. Let's see how that works. Can you imagine?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
But yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, love.
All right. Have the
Stay
best.
excellent.
You as well.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. What an angel. She is a vision. She is true excellence. She is our first Miss Gay America Femme 2025, Miss Naomi St. James. Love and adore her. If you are not following her yet, please follow her and follow her journey. She's absolutely fabulous and someone to keep an eye on. And thank you all for watching this evening. I can't wait to see you soon. I think coming up soon, I will be having a one-on-one with the Esquire, Christopher. So please keep an eye out for that and have a fabulous evening. Please stay safe, healthy, and happy.